everyone, this is Sakshi and I welcome you all to my EduTech platform, Way to Learn. So today we are going to solve PYQs from mathematical physics and the topic of today is matrices, and we are going to solve the PYQs from CSIR Net Physics exam, and there are around 25 questions from June 2011 to December 19. So we are going to solve them like 5 questions each day. So please watch my videos and upcoming videos for you to get complete your matrix problems, PYQs. And if you have already seen my vector algebra problems, I hope it build your confidence. If it has built your confidence, please try your gate problems, just problems, and TIFR problems too. So do not lose hope. If you have gone through, like if I'm going to tell you like start the 5 matrix problem today, then you're going to see the gate problems from matrices and you're going to solve them. Just try to solve them. And now let us start our matrix PYQ. You're going to love these problems because of the properties. Because matrices basically have like plenty of properties, but when you know those properties, you will just take only few seconds to solve a particular problem. So let us start with our first problem. So here a matrix is given, we have to find the eigenvalues. So now if you had been already, like if you had already seen my matrix video, in that I have given a lot more properties of matrices. So in that I had already told that if a matrix has all the elements 1, then what are the eigenvalues? Eigenvalues will basically be the order and 0, 0. So if you see over here, the order of the matrix is 3 by 3, right? So our eigenvalues will be 3, 0, 0. Hence it's option B. So this is very easy, right? So using this matrix, we are going to solve our second question. The matrix is same for the first and second question. So here we have to find the exponential of m. So how do we solve exponential of m, e power m? So we do not know, right? So I have already told how to solve such kind of problems, right? So we are going to use alpha naught I plus alpha 1 m. Now we know the eigenvalues. So now at lambda is equal to 0, I am going to replace this m by lambda. So e power lambda is equal to alpha naught I plus alpha 1 lambda. So when now I substitute lambda is equal to 0, I get 0, e power 0 is equal to alpha naught I plus 0. Right? So e power 0 is 1 and alpha naught will be 1. Now at lambda is equal to 3. E power 3 is equal to alpha naught I plus alpha 1 into 3. We know alpha naught is equal to 1. So e cube is equal to 1 plus 3 alpha 1. Now alpha 1 will be e cube minus 1 by 3. We had already found our alpha 1 and alpha naught. Now what is the next step is just directly substitute in this formula. So e power m, that is what we have to find, right? E power m is equal to 1 into I will be I plus alpha 1 is nothing but e cube minus 1 by 3 into m. So this is equal to option A. So this is very simple, right? A very short method to find exponential. Else you will have to find the diagonalization procedure, which is very big. You'll have to find inverse. Inverse itself is a big process. So then we'll have to multiply 3 matrices, then find all those. So this is very easy. Let us see our next problem, which is from December 2011, and this is very easy problem. See, if you have seen like here, trace uh, m is equal to trace m is 6, then trace m square is 26, and trace m cube is 90. So I have like consider that you have taken a matrix M and you have found the trace equal to 6. Then the matrix is squared. M squared eigenvalues trace are equal to 26. And similarly, the M cube trace is 90. Now, they have asked you to find the possible values of M. Because if M has the same eigenvalues, then obviously your M square and M cube will also have the same eigenvalues, right? Just a small difference. If you remember the eigenvalues property, then I can say that the eigenvalues of M will be lambda, and for M square will be lambda square, and for M cube will be lambda cube. So now you have to see which option satisfy this property. So let me consider our first one, which is 1 plus 1 plus 6. Sorry, 1 plus 1 plus 4, which gives you 6, correct. But then when I square it, 1 plus 1 plus 16, is that it does not give me 26. So my option A is not right. I should not choose that. Now let us see our option B. Here minus 1 plus 0 plus 7 is equal to 6. And 1 plus 0, on squaring it I get 49, which is not equal to 26. Hence option B is also wrong. Let us see our option C. Minus 1 plus 3 plus 4 gives you 6. And now squaring it I get 1 plus 9 plus 16, which gives me 26. Then let us see the cube. 1 plus 27 plus 64. Okay, cube is minus 1, right? So this will give you 90. So option C satisfies. So this is very simple. You just need to remember all the properties of matrices. If you haven't, just go through your formula notebook and learn all the properties of matrices. So let us see our next fourth problem of the day. Okay. Here the eigenvalues of an antisymmetric matrix is okay. We have to find the eigenvalues of the antisymmetric matrix. Okay, so we know that the antisymmetric matrix will be 0. The eigenvalues will be either 0 or imaginary. So I can neglect my option B, and only the remaining options here are A, C and D. So now we can't use any kind of properties over here right now, like trace and determinant, because there are different n3, n2, n1, n3, n2, n1, different kinds of like, we don't have any elements over here. We just have some constants. So now we are going to use the eigenvalue equation, which is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So now I am going to find A minus lambda I, determinant of which is 0. So on doing that, I get so now we have to take the determinant of this particular matrix. So on taking the determinant, so this is the determinant, and on further simplification, you're going to get few terms will get cancelled. Then you're going to get this. Okay, so this is equal to 0. Now, if you see the question over here, n1, n2, n3 are the components of a unit vector, right? So the components of the unit vector will give you 1. That is n1 square plus n2 square plus n3 square will give you 1. You have to remember this. So now your equation will become minus lambda cube minus lambda is equal to 0. Now which is lambda cube plus lambda is equal to 0. Now we have to find what are the eigenvalues over here. So when you substitute over here, you get lambda is equal to 0 and lambda squared is equal to minus 1, which is lambda is equal to plus or minus I. So now your eigenvalues are 0, I, minus I. So this is option A. So I hope you get this problem. This is also an easy problem. You just have to see what is given exactly in the question. Now this is the 5th question and the last question of today. So our 2 by 2 matrix A has an eigenvalue. Okay. So we have a 2 by 2 matrix and A, that particular A matrix has the eigenvalues e power I pi by 5 and e power I pi by 6. So I can write that lambda 1 is equal to e power I pi by 5. Lambda 2 will be equal to e power I pi by 6. The smallest value of n such that a power n is equal to I. So we have to find that a power n is equal to I. Right. So uh, now I have to relate somehow this to my I. Okay. So a power n, it can be anything. So I have to find the value of n such that it is equal to the identity matrix, which is equal to 1. Now if I take the determinant on both sides, what do I get? I will be 1 and a power n will be the product of the eigenvalues, right? Determinant is equal to product of eigenvalues, an important identity, like not identity, property. So now I'm going to find lambda 1 into lambda 2, which is the determinant of A. Okay, so now what do you get? You have to plus, right? Add. Exponent terms gets add 11 by 30. So this is the determinant of A. Now if you have to find A power n, then you can use I pi 11 n by 30. This should be equal to the determinant of I, right? So you're going to get anyways 1. So that 1, I can write it as e power I 2 pi m. So if you expand that, you're going to get the same. Okay. So now I'm going to equate both, which is e power I n pi 11 by 30 is equal to e power I 2 pi m. So now I'm going to equate the exponent terms, that is coefficients. N pi 11 by 30 is equal to 2 pi m. Pi and pi will get cancelled and n by m will be 60 by 11. So now when you equate the ratios, you can directly say that n will be 60 and that is the smallest value. This is somewhat tricky but an easy question. So you just have to remember what you have to do using the properties of eigenvalues. So here we have used the product. So if you see in all our 5 questions, we have basically used most of the properties of matrices. So you have to get a strong command in matrices, the properties. So thank you. Like my videos, share my videos and subscribe my channel and also hit the bell. So see you tomorrow with again more important and easy property based solving problems from matrices. So thank you. Ta-da!